3, 2, 1. The second map of the Nexzil Proving Grounds tournament starts up. Breakfast Club being possessed of Fabrication Command Station. Down there in Drone Bay, we have Damaged Networks, the alien team, moving out of their hive, looking to do some big work.
And so they're going to get a little bit of split here. They want to cover as much ground as possible to see where the Marine movement is going. You know, it's important to get an early scout to determine if they're going to push heavy down one side. So as much as you'd like to push forward a full alien force, you could leave yourself open, and it doesn't guarantee that you'll even win a fight. So it looks like they might do some sort of pinch over here in energy. We got a couple of skulks setting up to push through waste treatment, and then Horse is kind of like stuck here behind dealing with the other group here. Important to note that right now we don't have any commander in the chair, so we do have all the members out on Damaged Networks doing the same thing that Breakfast Club started off, Breakfast Club started off with last game's aliens.
There comes the first blood right there in Hydro Analysis. Durir and Durden getting absolutely crushed. Boom, the only one getting hurt. Oh, Rantology too, but Boom, the one who probably got the brunt of the bullets. Party Skulk, an instant cleanup. Nice win for the alien team here. The entire Marine forward team kind of being cleared out. All that pressure team has been evaporated.
Yeah, 4 skulks getting severely low, but none of them dying allows them to take down the extractor. And then a huge cleanup there because of the fact that they were low. Rantology moving forward to do a little bit of pressure over here on Plaza. She may not get that, but right now with no welders, any damage that you can do means that you can come back later and finish it off, and also pull some Marines over to deal with it. If they don't,
looks like nobody's going to go deal with her though. That extractor
looks like no. I think Breast Hound's going to be pulled back. But I don't know if he'll get there in time. It's going to be really close. She's facing the other way, trying to spot the oncoming Marines from the hive. But there's going to be 14%, and she doesn't manage to get it. But like I said, they'll be back there later, and they're going to be able to finish it off with no melders. Golden getting really low over here in Monorail. And the Marines now have energy flow back, but do a little bit pressure, trying to do what they can to pull Skulks back over here in observation.
Durir left to fight on his own against 3 Skulks down here. Over in observation, it looks like he's just going to get swarmed out. Instantly evaporated by those 3 little Skulks, taking them out.
It looks like things have stabilized a little bit here to where you would expect. The Marines going up to 4 extractors. Aliens still securing their second. And it's kind of back to an even game at the moment. The Skulks having Carapace is going to get a little bit more difficult for the Marines because they don't have any sort of upgrade. Nothing at all going on the field. Looks like it's OBS now going up, so likely Phase Tech is going to be their first choice. With the power being finished in Hydro Analysis, I'm assuming that's going to be where they want their Phase Gate to be going.
And the Hydro Analysis Phase Gate is one of the most powerful Phase Gates that I can think of in the game. You know, there's not many places on NS2 that give you so much freedom to hit all sorts of RTs. You know, once you set up in Hydro, you can poke gravity all day, every day. You could probably try to get through to observation whenever you feel like. Except we have a big crush going on over there in Hydro Analysis. You didn't tell me, Virsoul. The Marines getting mowed down by those 3 Skulks.
So the Plaza got finished off. Rantology now over in launch control, and we're also hitting energy flow and shipping. We're hitting 3 nodes at once here, and the Marines are going to have to try and deal with at least some of them. Party still doing what he can here in Hydro Analysis, but just being too much for him. Rantology getting pulled off over in launch control, finally getting dealt with. The extractor still down to 39% though, and Hydro Analysis, while it doesn't go down, is still at 34. So those are going to fall quickly here the next time they push out to deal with them. Phase Tech half done for the Marines. Golden half dead. Not going to be able to do too much against Area and Breast Hound.
Gravity control. They might try to put a gate over here in gravity control. That would be a great way to block the aliens in and force them to go into that Hydro monorail hive area. Except we have 4 Skulks gearing up outside of gravity control. They have to make it through this small little window here. Breast Hound and Durir trying as best they can to try to get the frag. Breast Hound goes down. Durir left to fight him on his own. And the Skulks picking him off yet again. Just so many life forms to try to kill.
I think important to note there with Damaged Networks is that they don't just swarm and just stay on whoever they're attacking. If they start to get low, they move out and let another Skulk try and take a little bit of damage, try and spread it out evenly so that they're all still alive, which allows them to push out. They are still hurt, like Boom's hurt over here in Plaza, and their Skulks are moving out, they're hurt too, but it allows them to keep their field presence instead of just trying to move in on the Marines and die.
So kind of looking down there at
we
the
have phase
resource
gate
tower
going down in observation right now. The power is going up. There's only one scope nearby. It's blue, but he's not going to be in time. The power building the phase gate now. Gold's going to have to delay. Blue's got to get in there right now. And the phase gate, I believe, is going to go up. It's up. We have Sicknick down. Durden's going to be the last one alive here. We have 5 skulls to be on this gate. And it's going to be, I don't think they're going to be able to get through that at all. Saya trying to buy time, but there's 5 skulks on there. It's going to be way too difficult to get through that. And then that's just going to fall.
Jareer trying to get in there, looking like he thought he could save observation, but then he finds out that there's just way too many life forms. Every single skulk on the alien team running him over, crushing his corpse.
So good response there by the alien team, having everyone pull, make sure that does go down because you don't want a phase gate right outside of your hive at your natural. Alien's kind of like
instead
pinned here though because of the fact that they just lost gravity. They're still on 1 harvester, but they're going to need to choose which side they want to go to. And it seems like they can't really make up their mind. They're spending a lot of time defending, and they're being good about being offensive, but they're not really choosing where they want to go. And now the phase gate's going up in Hydra, which is going to be a really advantageous spot here for the Marines.
It's a very good spot. Too,
and a phase gate over in gravity too.
Ooh, and a nice little triangle forming up here. Gravity control gate is at, what is that?
They got
43% built. Boom and Rentology trying to slow them down, waiting for a little bit. Boom diving in early, getting put down to 49% HP. Nobody's building this thing right here. And on the back end, we have 2 skulks trying to hit extractors, but this gate is being left unchecked. Golden Alert coming in, trying to dive and get a little bit of damage coming in. Rantology coming in. The gate
just finished.
Now we have a Hydro Marine coming through and somebody coming in through gravity control. Golden sitting there at 70%. Except we do have a second lurk coming up. So again, this game's still being stalled out on the nobody taking the lead.
Breakfast Club losing 2 phase gates there. It's going to cost them because now they're not able to really do any sort of upgrades. We're at 6.5 minutes in, still no arms lab, no shotguns, no welders, no mines, nothing. It's just phase gates. 6.5 minutes in, going on 7, and trying to just rebuild extractors. But the aliens are doing a great job at hitting them when they're weak. Boom doing a good job at hitting this phase gate, and the only one close by is Saya. That's the only person nearby. Boom can take her out. One more hit, and there's no one else in position. And that's probably going to go down because they're going to wait for her to spawn, and she'll still be the only one. Got another scope moving in with Jonah Crab, and Coerce is going to be hitting there as well.
Oh, look at Golden Alert, though, over there in observation. Nearly getting picked off. It looks like the Marines are trying to trade a phase gate for a harvester. It's kind of not that stage of the game where you can afford stuff like that. They still don't have an arms lab drop. So again, this is the same situation they fell into last game. They've gone really heavy on phase tech, trying to get these gates up, but now they're starting to get into that danger zone where you start needing these upgrades, especially with the 2 lurks up. They could use shotguns, welders, or all sorts of support stuff, which they just do not have the money for at this moment. Or I should say, don't have at the moment. They have money.
And Jonah Crab ghosting the phase gate there. Interesting play because I don't know if Saya really noticed. Started welders, and then had to stop that because, yes, saw that she didn't have enough rest. Had to stop the welders to get the phase tech going.
Look at this, we have a 4 alien pressure team coming into Hydra right now. 1 lurk, 3 skulks. The rear getting a little bit out of position. Rantology taking advantage of dirt and looking away. The 3 skulks deciding that maybe they want to try to dive here, but there's just too many Marines and they decide to pull out instead. Look at Golden over there in gravity though. Looks like he might be stuck here against Breasthound.
No, he's going for it. He's not leaving. He can leave anytime he wants, but he's staying in.
Whoa,
That's really
Golden,
dangerous.
You can't stick in this area.
Whoa.
Breasthound is not the kind of guy you want to gamble with.
Got 2 skulks against Party Skulk over here in Plaza. It's Blue and Jonah Crab versus him. Looks like they're both really low though. See if they can manage to take him out. They need to hit at the same time though. It's kind of unfortunate. Blue went in before Jonah Crab, a little bit poorly coordinated, but Blue doing a good job at or Price doing a good job at cleaning both of them up. Breasthound, meanwhile, maybe going to be able to take down gravity control. It's really low. There's 1 lurk going to try and stop him. It's Golden versus Breasthound again, but this time Golden has all the hit points he needs. And Breasthound manages to take down that Harvester, knowing that he can't win that fight.
So kind of looking at your resource tower graph right here, we've had a back and forth gameplay right now. We have 3 alien harvesters that went down to the Marines 8. DN always seems to do a really good job of just making sure that these RTs go down 1 a minute. That's always a really good standard of play. As long as they can keep that up, they should be able to maintain any kind of nice positioning up. Just keeping that money hurt and low.
Got a big push though. We have 4 Marines with shotguns pushing over from energy into monorail. There's no...
No, and Corsi left there with low HP.
Corsi's so
29%
low.
being shoved out.
And he can't stay. I'm surprised that he's even staying right now, because if he gets just a couple of pistol shots off on him, or some stray shotgun fire, he can go down easily. 17%. That all the Krags down. That hive falling. It's at 70%. Going quickly. 55%. There's got to be a response here. We got 2 skulks coming in. They're going to have to push in. They're going to have to risk it here. 30%. The Marines are going to have to just dump on it. 10%. They're going to make sure they finish it. Hive goes down. Now the engagement happens. Now trading 1 for 1 so far. Now it's just... Oh my gosh!
One lurk goes down. Golden, the full lurk. However, every shotgun Marine has just lost their shotguns right there in this engagement. So not quite a total loss for the aliens. They have 4 harvesters going on. They dropped over there and launch control behind this, already placing the Krags. So we're probably going to see the Marines either go back down, maybe save their shotguns. That was a lot of money lost. But they do have a lot of P-res. We might see a scan go off in launch control. So it wasn't a big setback for the aliens, because it was just, they have another one up, but it's definitely not something they wanted to lose, especially with Golden, a really powerful lurk getting fragged there.
Yeah, I think the lurk was big, but I think that hive was also big, because it was nearly grown. It only had about 20% left to go, and losing the hive plus the Krags is like 60 resources plus the lurk. It was a big deal, regardless of the fact that they lost the shotguns or not. I think that it was a good play there by Breakfast Club. Because like I said, they still do have a lot of P-res.
We do have Marine scouting launch control, so this
Corsi's
play
the only one over here to deal with them.
Soon.
1 Krag trying to keep him alive. You gotta need some meds to push him out.
Can you do this play right now? If you can get this lurk down, it's a win that you need. Need a few meds.
Jonah Krag's gonna be able to come and clean him up.
And there's that lonely kid.
Yeah, with a couple of meds, I think there, and without the backup skulk to try and flank him, I think maybe he could have won that fight, or at least pushed the lurk out so he couldn't stay.
So we're going to have the Fade explosion coming up soon. 5 alien harvesters up right now. The Marines definitely need to start thinking about doing something about that. And with their upgrades are only on 1-1, so it's definitely going to be a hard struggle to try to clear these Fades as they start pouring out. It looks like we don't have too many shotguns on the field. Breasttown looking at the flank and Plaza right here. This fight's gearing up. The lurk deciding to go in first. Boom coming in second. Another Skulk. Jonah Crab coming in. 3 Marines are still up. Corsi, the lurk is low, probably being forced to retreat, but however, 2 Marines go down, Sicknick being the only one left. Looks like it's kind of a neutral win, nobody losing too much. Look at Party Skulk down there, gravity control. 1 shotgun, taking out this 1 extractor. I don't know if it's worth it to bring a shotgun down here, especially when you don't have any support.
Yeah, he's going to have to run back and get that, because that's a kind of a heavy investment to just be losing. Daria taking out a harvester over here in Monorail. I mean, it's good to be making sure that you're attacking these, but the aliens are still on 4. Also to the Marines 4, and it's not a position you want to be in as far as resources go to be even with aliens. So I think if they can get I would get a safe phase over here in Monorail, just to get a push-up point.
Gravity control fight. Tune in right now. We got 3 Marines versus 2 Fades. A Krag is dropped. Sicknick the shotgun. Rentology quite deep in there. Boom, however, landing some nice picks on Sicknick. Except Golden coming in on the open flank, taking out 2 Marines. Left with Party Skulk. The 3rd Marine killed by Golden. A Golden 3 clear right there as a Skulk. Picking in on the flank.
And going down, chair being dropped in hydro analysis. Not sure if that might be for Nano, because they don't have an AA or anything on the way. So the only thing that's for is if you're going to have a beacon point, or you're going to Nano right now.
And the big problem here, we still haven't lost a Fade right now. Boom and Rantology are in the Plaza region. However, they both squeak on out while this 3 Marine pressure team thinks they want to go be aggressive, but Hydro Analysis Gate is under attack. Nobody's responding to it yet.
We're forming up over here. 4 over in Klub.
Up. Breasttown left to fight Jonah solo. I don't know if that's a wise call. They're probably going to lose this gate if the Marines, aliens decide to push it.
I think they got to risk it, though, because they have to put pressure. So I think they don't have a choice. They got to risk moving out. Got 3 Marines over here in launch control trying to deal with the aliens. 1 Krag down. Rantology taking a big hit. Gotta need some more meds. Sick going down. Dirty gonna go down. It's just Derriere now, and here's no way he's gonna be able to push all these life forms away. So weapons 3 now started. Boom trying to do what he can here in Hydro Analysis. Staying in too long. Going out through energy. Kind of dangerous going in that direction.
These fades are getting a little bit split up when they do these pressure hits, which is forcing them to get low. However, since none of them go down, it doesn't really matter until that one mistake happens. Probably just keep doing what you're doing.
All right, so the AA started. Weapons 3 also started. The Marines don't need that third hive location. They're gonna. I feel like they have to have a phase gate over on the right side. They gotta have monorail or observation or something. They've got to have something over there because it's taking too long to push out from hydro analysis, leaving themselves open.
It's the observation pressure team right here running into Golden the Fade. Looks like he might try to just distract them a little bit, forcing these two Marines to go into depot. Looks like they're going to be going for RT clears. However, we have a 4-fade hydro analysis push going on with a little bit of lurk support. I don't know. I think, if nobody's in hydro right now, no obs, there's just no way that they can afford to get through this gate. It's definitely going to go down and see what B Club wants to do out of this. With only 2 Marines over here in monorail and the chair under attack, we're going to have a big decision to make whether they want to keep pushing and keep trying to get this game back under control. However, it's going to be such a hard fight now that they lost that forward momentum.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Oh, Rantology getting pretty low. Going to have to escape. Jonah Crab, the last one. Not really going to be able to safely engage these 2 Marines. But that's what I was talking about with being able to have a second phase gate over in monorail observation. Is because that pressure team, while they did damage, they got 2 extractors down. They lost a phase gate and probably a chair behind that, and that's not really a good trade at this juncture in the game because they already have their life forms. They still have 3 active harvesters. Oh, just barely saving the chair. But they need a second phase gate up, or third phase gate up rather, because they need to be able to
fat
reinforce.
meat shot hydro push coming up now. No nano shield drop down, and it's just, oh no. So behind this, they're going to lose the chair and the phase gate and another RT. I'm just thinking that the GG will be coming out soon. I'm not sure what kind of plays they have left on the books to try to push it out.
There's the GG.
There we go. So again, that was actually a really good game. A little bit of a coin flip in the middle there as to who was going to come out ahead. But once the fade started popping up, once the aliens started stabilizing their side of the field, B Club just couldn't really get out of their ground and start hitting the alien extractors.
And I think what was important there is that the Marines lost 2 of their forward phase gates, one in observation and one in gravity. And because of that, that set them so far behind that they had to just take the safe phase in observation, which I feel like maybe they should have done to begin with, but losing those 2 phase gates is really risky. You lose 1, okay, fine. But if you go for 2 risky phase gates like that, then if it doesn't pay off, you're going to be so far behind, and that's where they found themselves, is just in this position where they couldn't do much. Did manage to get that second hive kill, which is really good, but after that, the aliens had fades, and they aren't able to do that big pressure anymore because once you push out with 3 Marines away from the phase gate, all of a sudden they can just crush it, and then you have no push-off point, which is what you saw happen.